Welcome back to Face to Face. I'm John Ralston. We're talking about the child abuse and neglect case against Emmanuel Dozier and his girlfriend, Belinda Saavedra, the couple whose Seven Hills home police raided late last year. Saavedra's attorney, Vicki Greco, is sticking around, and also joining us, Christina Wildeveld. She also represents Saavedra. Thanks for coming back on the program. I want to talk real briefly, and either one of you wants to answer this, about normal police procedures. Even if he is guilty of selling drugs, these are very small amounts of drugs he was selling. A few grams, 3-point-something grams each time on 3 successive occasions, they allege. Is it normal police procedures to bring SWAT officers then to break into the guy's house like he's Pablo Escobar or something? I mean, tell me, do either of you know the answer to that question?
We both do, so I'll
go ahead.
Normal police procedure, I can't comment what is normal for Metro. Metro always surprises me with their actions. So.
Okay, don't be glib about this. Seriously,
I'm serious. I really don't know.
But I mean, because this seems, just to the layman, we wanted to have Metro here, wanted that they would not come on. But I don't understand why, if this guy's just, even if he is guilty of what they allege, it's small amounts of cocaine.
Mr. Dozier's attorney at the preliminary hearing asked the undercover SWAT officer why he didn't arrest him the first, the second, or the third time, John, and his answer was, because that wasn't what we were after. So sometimes Metro may go in the middle of the night on a high-risk search warrant, trying to maybe, and this is my position from my past dealings with Metro, to get something out of it, shake them down in the middle of the night and say, you know what, if you can give us this information, we maybe.
So they were looking for something bigger. They were trying to scare the guy, you think?
That would be my understanding.
Like that, 9:30 at night or something.
Well, why I say I can't comment for Metro, I have another case in which my client's potential suspect in a murder case, and they went to his house at 8:15 in the morning and did not knock and announce that they were Metro serving a search warrant. My client's texting me while I'm sitting in court saying somebody's breaking in my house, somebody's here, they're crawling all over my house. So at that point, they didn't knock and announce either.
Well, let's talk about the child abuse and neglect case against Belinda Saavedra. Essentially, I looked at the petition. Essentially, says because she's unemployed, she doesn't have a job. She can't take care of the kids. Is that normal?
No, it's not. And there are plenty of unemployed mothers out there who have custody of their children.
You've seen this petition, correct?
Yes.
Is it unusual or not?
I think it's highly unusual.
Is it unusual for them to have taken the kids? I mean, it sounds like it was a pretty crazy situation. Let me play devil's advocate from the cops' point of view. They don't know. It's a dangerous situation. They think that this woman knows that there's been drug dealing going on. We better get the kids out of that situation. What about it?
I would say that that's not unusual to take them into the immediate 48-hour custody, but once the immediate threat or harm has been dissipated, the children are generally returned back to the parent that is not in the abuse or neglect. But in this case, they have included her in the petition against Manny as well.
Well, I disagree with them ever being taken away. Maybe taken away from him, but not taken away from her.
Well,
like Vicki said before, the only people who put those children in harm's way were Metro.
I saw that quote, but let me show you what the county prosecutor, who we tried to get on, excuse me, but said he had other commitments. Court has said Saavedra knew or should have known that Dozier was selling drugs from the house. He also cited her history as a prostitute. She was arrested 3 times by Las Vegas police in 2003 and noted a diary found at the house that suggested a prostitute-pimp relationship with Dozier. Court has also said that the house Saavedra moved to after the shooting was provided by his second cousin was a 1996 conviction in California on drug charges. The whole situation appears to be some sort of fabrication to get the children. You're naughty. They're basically saying, hey, this is not the Brady Bunch. 8 is enough. This isn't the Partridge Family house. These are bad people. Look, they have previous records. You've seen this kind of stuff done before, right?
Right. But I've seen this stuff done where people have worse records and their kids aren't taken away from them and should have been taken away. And so for them to be taken away from a mother who is a good mother whose children are on the honor roll, it's unreasonable. Who
has no convictions for prostitution for 5 or 6 years,
but
correct?
More importantly, this was done at 2 hearings that I attended pro bono on behalf before I asked Christina to come in and associate in because of her expertise. At those hearings, what you don't see there and what you're not reading is no diary has ever been produced.
They just claim that diary is there.
They claim that they read one when they were in the home. Where's the no drugs were found when they busted the home?
They found a little bit of marijuana from what I understand.
Where's the cocaine? Where's the scales? Where's all that? And you know what else? That was all him posturing, and the hearing master still order the children back to her placement. And he wanted to object, but because of some problem with the Supreme Court ruling, he couldn't. We agreed that there would be some type of a safety plan implemented. Apparently, there was a safety plan implemented. However, I was not present for the signing of it. In court, when Christina was present, the caseworker has no knowledge of it, and we still haven't seen it.
We're out of time. Real quickly, what's the status of her getting her kids back?
Well, she currently has custody of her kids, but
Placement, not
they have
custody.
placement of her kids, but not custody of her kids. And we want CPS to be removed from her life so that she can go on with her life without the watchful eye.
There's going to be a hearing
CPS.
at some point pretty soon?
There is.
When?
Trial March 10th.
In March. Okay, ladies, thank you for coming on the program. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. When we come back, we're going to talk to Emmanuel Dozier's lawyer about this case.
You're watching Face to Face with John Ralston, a program presented in partnership with the Las Vegas Sun, Cox Communications, and KLAS TV.